I know from my own experience, it's the idea that we're able to bring a soldier home who never had that opportunity. I think that's, for me personally, that's the one area or the one aspect of this that really comes home for me, is the fact that we are bringing a soldier home, someone who served, who raised his hand and said that they will do their part. So to be able to bring that individual home after so many years, I think that's an honor that that we will always look back on, and I think it's only right that we do it for someone who gave so much.
Why is it so important that the identity of the unknown soldier remains unknown when they are entombed at the War Memorial over the harbor?
I think it's important that we recognize that this individual represents all Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, all who served, all who were unable to come home, all who were unable to be identified. And I think that really resonates with all Newfoundlanders. To be able to say that this one individual represents them all, I think that's very important, because we can't bring them all home, and we couldn't bring them all home.
What are members of the Royal Newfoundland Regiment today saying about this transfer that's going to happen? What do they think of it? What does it mean to the members that you lead?
I think initially it was excitement. It was something that had been talked about for a long time, and I think initially there was a lot of excitement about it. And I think as time has gone on, as the soldiers and the officers have had a chance to think about it, I think they're now beginning to understand the importance of what we're doing, and how solemn an act it is, and what it represents. Just in speaking with them around the unit lines, they all want to be a part of it. And they already are, because they're a part of the regiment. But I think they all want to feel like they did their share, that they did their part to bring this individual home. And I think just because they're members of the Royal Newfoundland Regiment, you can see the pride that they have. You can see the pride that they feel in being a part of the regiment, being a part of the Canadian Armed Forces, and being able to do this for someone who from Newfoundland. They're all immensely proud of being from Newfoundland. But hand in hand with that, they're immensely proud to wear the uniform. And I think whether or not this individual served in World War I, or the current soldiers who serve now, I don't think it matters. The passage of time doesn't matter, and I think they have the connection just because they served.
And there's a connection between you and the Royal Newfoundland Regiment that served during World War I. What can you tell me about that?
So I have a great-grandfather, Lance Corporal Aaron Strong, regimental number 2642, who I learned in 2016 served in the regiment and was wounded at Montreal-le-Preux on April 14th, 1917. It's a connection that before that time I wasn't aware of, and I learned about it afterwards. That I always felt proud anyway to be a member of the regiment. I always felt proud to be a member of the Canadian Armed Forces. But then to learn that you had that personal connection, it just kind of brought everything home for me. When you realize that you have a link through time, that you have a link to a regiment that is so steeped in history and pride and honor. It's really means so much more, just because I know that I now have that intimate link to the regiment going back so long ago.
You have members in the regiment who, like yourself, have connections to the regiment from World War I. How significant is that, do you think?
I think what's important about the Royal Newfoundland Regiment and the people who serve within it is that connection to Newfoundland and Labrador. It was said during World War I that there wasn't a town or a village in Newfoundland that wasn't impacted. And I think that holds true today. I think for the soldiers who serve throughout the province with the regiment, they maintain that connection to the towns, to the people. And I think the people embrace that. I think the people in Newfoundland and Labrador embrace that. And they should. The Royal Newfoundland Regiment is Newfoundland's regiment. It belongs to the province. It belongs to the people in every way, because it's the people here that make the regiment. It's what makes it so strong. It's what makes it such a valuable part of society. And it's the pride that we have in Newfoundland. It's the pride we have in the province. It's the pride we have serving the country. That's what I think makes serving in the Royal Newfoundland Regiment so important and so valuable.